Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So as you can see, there's a lot of planners in front of me right now. I thought I would go through my current planner system and kind of explain how each of the things work together. So if that sounds good to you, I'd love if you'd stick around. Before we hop into it, please take a second to like and subscribe. It'd be greatly appreciated, and let's get started. So firstly, let's start with the Pocket Mia Cara. I think that's the one that you guys are most familiar with. It's the one that I most weeks film a plan with me for. So let's get that one out of the way. So this is my Giglio Pocket Mia Cara in the undyed leather, in case you were wondering. So it looks like this. What I really like about the Pocket Mia Cara model, or any Mia Cara model from Giglio Firenze, is that you have a inner binder, which has your rings, and then you have an outer cover. I've really made this super functional for me. In here, I'm able to fit like stickers, and I will throw receipts if need be. The back pocket I don't really use, but what I really like about it, because it has this slip, I was able to slip this mini, I think this is passport size, a passport size moleskin notebook back here, which, since these rings are only 16 millimeter, I can really fit a lot of things in the notebook that I wouldn't necessarily be able to fit in a regular 16 millimeter pocket planner. And I love the chunk, okay? There's a lot of leather on this planner. As you can see, you have this like gusseted pocket, you have the inner and outer binder. So it lends itself to just a lot of leather. It's quite chunky. But another thing that I really love about this model is the chunky clasp. I love it. I've really realized that I'm not the biggest fan of small clasps on any planner, but especially pocket rings. I just don't like it. So I love that the Pocket Mia Cara also does feature that chunky clasp. So essentially the way that I use this, it's the planner that goes in my purse. It's the planner that I'm in every single day. It's the planner that I do weekly planning in. I also have a monthly right here. So this was my April monthly. I do a horizontal month on one page, and then I use a, you get a little space per each day, a 31 list insert from Simple and Trendy Co. And this monthly just works really well for me. It gives me a snapshot image, but it also lets me go into a little bit more detail over here. So yeah, and then I also do have a weekly section, which I heavily rely on throughout the week. I am a weekly planner. It's how I started planning. I don't envision ever stopping weekly planning, especially being someone who does shift work, because I work in retail. So yeah, I do my weekly planning in here, and then I also do a little bit of finance in here. And I track daily spending essentially. So I have a calendar like this on one page. I'll write down the amount of money that I'm spending each day, and then I use the exact same insert as this one, and I'll elaborate. Like, say for example, on the 1st of June, I spent $24. Over here, if I want to, in my finance section, I would have this list insert right here. So it would be a 2-page spread, and I would elaborate as to what that money was on, whether it was an Etsy transaction or at the grocery store or takeout. And I just track daily spending essentially. And then I also track a little bit of savings and my order trackers in here as well. So I do a little bit of finance stuff, and I do a lot more deep dive into finance in another planner within my system. But this finance stuff is the stuff that I'm looking at all the time. It's the stuff that I would want with me outside of the home. It's the major things. And then I do also have a couple of other things that I do on the daily. So I have this insert, which is a year-long fold-out insert, and I track my weight on here. I'm currently on a weight loss fitness journey, and so I use this insert to keep track of my daily weight. And then I use this one to keep track of my workouts for the year. So that is also a yearly insert. And then I have a health log. So essentially I'll write the day, and then any type of symptoms or what I'm feeling, good or bad. So this is just a lined sheet of paper. There are health logs. I know SM Plans has one, and I used that one for a little while, but I'm currently just using a sheet of paper to track that. And then I do also have the smallest list ever of photos that I want to take. And then some videos that I want to film, which I'm not going to show because I don't know which ones I'm actually going to film and I want to keep it a surprise. And then I have some content planning inserts. So this is just the list of all the things I need to do in order to post a video. And I just check them off as I make my way through them. I also do, in the back, have a list section. And then in here, I have a gift list insert, which this was a custom from Simple and Trendy Co. I just have space for the event, the date, and then I price out a bunch of different things I might want to get. So I'll write down the different items, the prices, and the store, and then check off whatever one I end up purchasing. And then I also have food ideas, like my favorite breakfast food, lunch, dinner, side dishes, snacks, desserts, and drinks. I'm the type of person where I'll be like, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, and I don't know what to eat. So I do actually reference this quite a bit. And then in the back here, I just have a page lifter. And then in here, I have like a bunch of other lists. I have like my content calendar and stuff like that. So this planner essentially is like my everyday carry. It's the stuff I want with me on the go. It's the things that I'm referencing daily or multiple times a week. And yeah, I love this thing like so much. I'm having such a fun time with it. I really, for a while there, didn't think that I would ever be able to make pocket rings work for me, but it really is working. And I'm extremely happy about that. So that is my everyday carry. And then the next planner on the list is my extension. So this is a Giulio Firenze A6 Campagna in the Black Matte Croco. Love this planner. Giulio Black Matte Croco and Giulio Undyed Leather are my two favorite types of leather from Giulio that I've tried thus far. I love the Black Matte Croco. It is so nice. But anyway, this is my extension planner. So I essentially see it as an extension to this. So in here, I have a monthly overview. I like to have monthly overviews in all my planners. Also, this has like everything. So in my pocket monthly overview, I don't really write like what videos I'm going to upload and when I'm going to upload that. I do that in the content calendar in the little notebook in the back, just because the pocket calendar, like I can only fit so much on a pocket monthly calendar. In here, I'm able to do a broad sweeping overview of my life. In the monthly calendar, there's enough room for it. So that's the only thing that's in my schedule section is this calendar. And then I do a deep dive into finances. So I'll have a monthly overview. I just printed this. This is where I track bills. So I'll put like a dot sticker whenever a bill is due. I'll write what the bill is, the date that it's due, and check it off when it is paid. And then here, these are my paycheck budget inserts. So essentially this is how I figure out how much is going into each of my cash envelopes. So I'll write the different sources of income up here, the names of my envelopes, what I'm adding to the envelope, the total of the envelope, and then what's on my credit card, what's in my savings, and what's in my checking. These are customs from Simple and Trendy Co. I absolutely love them. I use them all the time. And then I do have a savings insert as well, and then I just have a coupon code insert. So that's kind of like a little bit more of my deep dive into finances. And here I pretty much only deal with how much I'm spending, where in here, this is where I also reconcile incoming money. But I don't need this type of stuff on the go. I don't need to refer to this type of stuff more than once a week, mainly. I'll do the paycheck budget when I get paid, which is every other week. And then I'll look at the bills periodically, probably about once a week. So whereas the daily spending, it's a daily thing. I'm doing it and being confronted with it every day. So I want it in my daily planner, if that makes sense. And then in my social media section, I kind of just keep track of statistics. So how many videos did I post in a month? How many pictures did I post on Instagram? How many followers did I end up with at the end of the month? I just like keeping those data points because it's very interesting, you know. What was the difference for me on Instagram in a month when I posted 10 pictures versus when I posted 18 pictures? What was the difference? I like data. I like having those data sets to compare to, and it's something that I started doing only this year. And it's been really interesting to already look back. You know, it's May now, and I'm able to look back into January and be like, huh, those extra like 6 pictures really did a difference for me. So that's all I have in my social media section. And then I do have some notes, some note pages. And then I have my entire wellness section. So I use this insert, which is family medical information. So I filled that insert completely out. And then I also use this insert. So I'm showing you guys like all the blank pages because a lot of this stuff is personal, like my deep dive into how much I'm making and my health and wellness journey. I'm just not ready to like show you all the numbers yet, but I do use this insert for like memories. So for example, like a milestone weight loss, or a non-scale victory, or like the month that I started incorporating calorie counting for the first time, I put that as a memory. Just things that I want to remember on a monthly basis that are positive or negative. Like this month, when I do my monthly recap from a wellness perspective, I'll definitely include like, hey, like I got COVID. So it's just kind of things that I want to look back at, a snapshot of my month from a health and wellness perspective. So that's that. And then I do have my fitness logs in here. These are from SM Plans. I really like these. This is the insert that I use for my weight loss journey, like tracking it all. This is the month on one page insert from SM Plans. So essentially what I'll do here is I'll put my progress picture, my end of month progress picture on this grid page right here. And then I will put the weight from my weekly weigh-in, which I do on Mondays, here, along here. Say for example, the goal is to lose 2 pounds a week, right? Say I start off the week at 220 as my weight. So the goal for then this Monday would be 218, 216, 214, so forth. So I would put here what the goal weight is, and then here what the actual weight is. And then this spot down here, I will write like statistics like BMI, body fat percentage, muscle mass, all the nerdy statistics that I want as data sets to refer to. And then in this spot right here, I'll put like total weight loss and then total weight loss this month. So that's kind of how I do my weight loss journey, the inserts that I use. And yeah, so that's included in my A6 rings. I also have a body measurement sheet that I do. And then some of the other things that I include in here are just like reference stuff, like master lists, like to be read, to watch, some show trackers, and then some wish list stuff, like just master to-do lists, those to-do lists that you write out 1,000 times in every planner. I stopped doing that. I just write them in here and refer to them in here. So this is my extension planner. It's things that I refer to once a week, couple times a month, or in some cases only once a month. It sits in my desk and I really enjoy it. And it just houses all the information that I need and that's important, but I don't need with me on the go. I don't need to see every day or update every day. So that's my extension planner. Okay, and then this is the last functional planner in my system. This is my Giulio Firenze A6 Appunto in the Lotus color. It's a baby pink, it's so pretty. And in here I have my A6 Stology. So essentially what I use my Stology for is daily pages. I'll do like a monthly overview, and oddly enough, I don't know how this happened, but back in February when I set this Stology up for the first time, I included monthly goals that I wanted to achieve. And I don't know, like I just did it when I did the setup. I was like, oh, I'm gonna have a monthly goals section. And then I was thinking about it a couple days ago and I was like, it's so interesting that somehow my monthly goals ended up just happening in my Stology, because I don't actually have a monthly goals section in my everyday carry or my extension. So this is where I do monthly goals and daily pages. So I'll do like a monthly overview, and I'll do a little like rough weekly overview, just because if I'm writing something down in this planner and I'm using this planner, if I have something that I'm like, oh, I want to do that tomorrow, or oh, that is going to happen on Thursday. Since I don't do a day per page, I only use this when needed. I find that setting up a little rough weekly is very helpful. But this is predominantly used as daily pages, and I reach for it when I have a busy day, when I feel as though I need just some extra space to jot some stuff down. I'll do time tracking and then a priority list and a to-do list, but some days I'll just like write it out and forget the time tracking. It's kind of whatever I need it for is what I use it as. But yeah, since I do a lot of shift work and I don't have a lot going on, I mean, like, I don't have my own kids or anything like that. So I'm pretty much just taking care of myself, you know. I don't find that I need a daily page every single day, but I really like having this, especially when I was in school. I was using this almost every day. So yeah, it's not something that I reach for that much anymore because I am in, like, it's my summer. However, I still am using it. I'm still finding myself reaching for it every once in a while, and I am still doing the monthly setups in here with the goals. So I did want to just show you. So it is a part of my system right now. However, it is something that, like, I use more often in certain seasons of life, and that's when I'm in school versus when I'm not in school. So that is my Asextology. And then the last planner that is in the current rotation is my Hobonichi Weeks Mega, which I just posted a plan with me. When did I post that? I posted that last week. And this is my memory keeping / journal. So I'm just going to show you this spread I did with you guys on camera. So I'll do memory keeping here. I'll just write a little blurb about what happened throughout the day, a little bit about how I'm feeling. And then in the back pages, I just like long form, messy journal. So this is a planner. Like, yes, it's a planner. It's a Hobonichi Weeks, but I don't use it as a traditional planner. I use it as my memory keeper / journal. But if you guys see it on my feed or like pop up in videos, it is technically like a part of my overarching planner system, but it's not like functional. It's not pre-planning. It's all memory keeping and journaling. So just a quick mention about that one. And then last but not least, I did want to give an honorable mention to my Hobonichi Weeks. So I started off the year with the Hobonichi Weeks as my everyday carry. So I was doing weight tracking in this insert, and then I was doing like monthly setups in this insert. And then I was using like my weeks like this, and it was my main everyday carry. In the back pages, I tried daily logging, I tried food tracking. I was just kind of using the daily pages however I wanted to, whenever I wanted to. I never did figure out a set groove with the back pages. And then in this little notebook in the back, I was using that as like an actual like notebook, kind of the way that I'm using this notebook in the pocket rings, just as like a catch-all notebook. But mid-April, I did switch out of this and into this. But I just wanted to mention it because I know a lot of people found me on my Instagram through a lot of my Hobonichi spreads. So I did want to mention it. It's still here. I can perhaps see myself going back into the Hobonichi Weeks in September when I go back to school. And that decision is going to largely depend on whether school is in person or virtual. I don't have the answers to that. No one has the answers to that yet. But if it is going to be like in person on campus, I will probably switch back into the Hobonichi Weeks as my everyday carry, because the pocket works great, but the pocket isn't going to have enough room for both my personal life and all the stuff I have to keep track of for school. This does have a little bit more room, and I could make this work as an everyday carry that houses both school stuff and personal stuff. So I did want to mention it. It's still floating around. It doesn't have like its standalone spot in my system right now, but it is still popping in here and there. I am still updating it. I can't seem to let it go. Like I'll go in at the end of the week and just like update all the things I did throughout the week. I'm having fun with it. I have a lot of time on my hands. I'm not in school right now, so I'm updating it, but it's floating around, but it doesn't have like its own standalone purpose. And I just wanted to explain that in case you see it on my feed or see it in a video or two. I just kind of wanted to explain how I'm using it. But yeah, so that is all the planners. It's a lot of them, but it's somehow like working for me. I don't know. So yeah, when I do go up to my parents' house, I just bring my pocket. And I can function using just my pocket, like for an extended period of time. But I do pull in these other planners for a variety of reasons of which I just detailed, but this is my current system. It's how it's working for me. Oh, I probably should have said at the beginning for reference, I am a student. I studied criminology, sociolegal studies, and sociology at the University of Toronto, and I'm in my 3rd year. So I have 1 more year left of school, and I do work part-time. So yeah, just a little information about me. This is my system, and it's how it's working for me right now in this season of life. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this chit chat about all the planners. I had a fun time. It was nice sitting down talking to you guys. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment down below and like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one. Bye.